There are sex differences in virtually every neurological disorder.
Cognitively, it's males that are more affected with schizophrenia, and cognitively, it's more females that are affected in depression and Alzheimer's disease.
I believe that an understanding of sex and the biology underlying sex differences is critical to the understanding of any biology. And so in autism, we often ask the question, what is it that makes males more vulnerable to this disease? I think it's equally important to ask the question, what is it that makes females potentially more resilient?
Basic properties of adult neurogenesis are different, and that might have implications if people are trying to manipulate neurogenesis for, say, therapeutics. And just because we understand the basic properties in males doesn't mean it transfers to females.
The menopause. At the menopause, you're cooked. It's like puberty. You're done. You're not going back, right? That it's really the years prior to the menopause, the perimenopause, that is that endocrine transition. And it's very much like puberty, right? So we don't all of a sudden become reproductively capable, right? It takes years. And the same happens with the dismantling of that reproductive capacity in the female. In the menopause, what we see is that there's now a profound loss of white matter density in the brain.
Tau levels in the spinal fluid were elevated in women. And a number of other studies have now replicated this. Nobody knows why. Is this a selection bias of the kind of women? Is there some genetic underlying basis for this? We don't know.
How animal studies are being reported, the picture is actually a bit variable. We do not always find in the literature which sex actually has been used. And it's of course a big problem. I mean, do scientists not record the sex? Do they not even see it? I mean, how do you breed mice, rats, when you don't know the sex? So it's a bit odd that you don't find even any mention of sex in some fields in the majority of studies. In most studies still, sex is not considered a biological variable.
And using chromosomal sex as a precision medicine approach to identify the right women at the right time for the right intervention.